Hello everybody, it's Leigh from So On, giving you another drum video. Well, I say drum, today I'm actually going to talk about and do a bit of a demonstration on cymbals. Now there's various cymbals, lots of different makes, lots of different ways in making them. I tend to use Zildjian, which is actually the oldest company in the world, been running for I think 200 years or something. And of course there's all the mysticism of all around, you know, metallurgy and the making of cymbals. So there's cast, there's sheet cymbals, but it's all in the metal and how and the process about how they do it. So the ones I'm showing you today are mainly Zildjian. We can go through them and you can have a look at the different sizes, what they all sound like, what they're called. So we'll start with the smallest, which I've got just over here. This is a splash cymbal. It's a splash cymbal, really, because of the noise it makes. It sounds like a splash. And that is an 8-inch splash, so it's used more for sort of effects and accents rather than big crashes or riding. So that's called a splash cymbal. Put it on there. They really start at about 6-inch, and once you get sort of above 12-inch, that's the maximum size for kind of splash cymbal. Once it gets above 12-inch, really, it's a crash cymbal. So this is what this splash sounds like. Lovely, good for accents. I've got another couple of splash cymbals actually. This is a bit different. This is a 10-inch China splash, and you'll probably hear why it's called a China splash when I put it on there. I'm coming to a China cymbal later, but you might get it from this. This is what this China splash sounds like. So again, it's another accent cymbal, but it's quite oriental sounding, which is, you know, where the word China comes from, I guess. So that's your 10-inch China splash. I do have another splash. This is kind of as big as it gets. This is a 12-inch, you can see, 12-inch splash. And again, it's a Zildjian one, sounds lovely. So this is a bit more meaty than the smaller ones, but it's still classed as a splash. Louder, a bit fuller. So that's a 12-inch splash. Now I've got a special one here, which again is called a China splash. This is by Pearl, not well known for the cymbals, but as an effect cymbal, it's quite good. See the shape of it? It's a different shape to the other ones, as you can see. They're very traditional shaped. This one is kind of inverted. And you play this one upside down. Have a listen to this one. Quite a quick attack, quick decay. Again, just another texture, another colour for your drumming as an accent. So there's some splashes. I think the next natural progression would be crashes. Now, that's a crash cymbal. That's a 16-inch. Like I said, they start from about 13-inch and go up to, I think you can get a 20-inch crash, which is a big sounding crash. This is the only crash that I actually use. It's very versatile. It's a Zildjian K dark crash, thin, so it's quite bendy. So it's got quite a lot of give on it. It's got the same. It's the same design, traditional. It's not inverted or anything like that. This is a crash. I've listened to this, obviously a lot louder. So that is my workhorse on my drum kit for my crash cymbal. There you are, there's a crash. I only have one crash to show you, but there are lots of different ones. I'll move on to hi-hats. These are hi-hats. They usually come in a pair, well they always come in a pair. These are 14-inch. Have this mechanism on here, which I'll show you why. But these go together like this. You'll have seen them on drum kits. There's a hi-hat stand which makes them go up and down like that, which I will show you now. I just happen to have one here. Find my hi-hat stand. That was noisy. That was the chinas falling over. So there's a hi-hat stand. The bottom one goes on here, that way up. Top one with its mechanism slides on top. It's usually held just above the bottom one. You then have a foot pedal down here, which opens and closes. So you usually have this on your left side if you're a right-handed drummer. Of course, the beauty of these, you can make all kinds of sounds with these. Nice and open and sloshy and loud. You can use them as a crash cymbal almost. Or you can have them nice and tight. Play nice patterns on there. So there's your hi-hat. Again, they come in all sizes, down to about 12-inch, 13s, 14s are the most common. You can get 15 inches. Hi-hats famously used by John Bonham, big sound. What have we got next? One of the ones that fell over. This is a ride cymbal. This is a heavy ride, it's a 20-inch. Again, ride cymbals can start at 18, go up to about 24-inch. Huge ride cymbals. And they sound very different. Some of them do crash. If they're thin enough, they sound okay as a crash. But generally, ride cymbals are a lot thicker. So you can do this. You use it like a hi-hat. It's not quite as versatile as a hi-hat because you haven't got the opening and closing of two cymbals. But you can still play on the edge. Gives you one sound. Play in the middle. Gives you another sound. I might just stand that down a bit actually, so you can see. Play on the bell, which gives you a very different sound. So there you go, there's your ride cymbal. Pop that one down there. And last but not least, this is called a china. We've already seen a china splash, but this is shaped quite differently. You can see that. This is an 18-inch china, another Zildjian, and it's obvious why they're called china, because they sound Chinese. But you play these upside down, usually tied on tightly there, and they're very quick. They're like a real punchy accent for a drum kit, and they stand out. You'll hear them on lots of songs. And these sound like this. So a bit gongy, a bit like a gong. But anyway, there are my cymbals, and that is a quick lesson on cymbals. Join us for the next one. Bye for now.